Back with the Rod and Fez Show, live on a Wednesday. Fred the Hair Genius is here from Bubbles at the Pentagon City Mall. You want to make an appointment with the Hair Genius at 703-415-2040.
Fez, I almost thought Sid had a girlfriend, but it was just a girl that he met through the hideout.
I guess we can always dream as parents.
All right, somebody thought that they could hear Crazy Jen over the commercials. How could that have possibly happened?
For a second, it was left up, and she was still on the line, and I could barely hear some chatter from her.
What was she talking about?
I don't know. I don't know who she was yelling to.
I mean, you're on the phone. Either hang up the phone or don't talk over a commercial.
You would hear the commercials in the receiver. I mean, that's the way it would work. And yet maybe she thought that whoever the announcer on the commercial was talking to her.
Let me check with her. Hey, Crazy Jen.
Hey.
What were you saying over the commercial?
I was talking to my dog. I didn't think you could hear me.
I hope you didn't drop the F-bomb.
No, I was calling him Pookie.
Don't.
I'm sorry. No, I don't cuss, Ronnie. You know me. Hey, Ronnie, can I tell you about my new website I got up?
No.
CrazyJenWatley.com.
Why? Why is there a Watley in that domain name?
It's for my street team.
All right, Crazy Jen. Don't talk over our spots anymore.
Ronnie, I didn't mean to.
She's banned from the show.
Nice.
You can't talk over the spots.
Well, that's just a cardinal rule. Everyone should know that.
You know, yeah, that's a CBS rule. Kristen, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
What can we do for you, honey?
Well, actually nothing. I was just calling to say hi and to say that I love you guys.
You know what? Maybe she can become Crazy Kristen Watley.
Actually, it's Christine, but yes, I could do that.
I like the sound of that. Hey, Crazy Christine.
Watley.
The Watley I'm not sure about.
I've called you guys before. I just love you guys. Hi.
Why do you love us so?
Well, you know what? When you guys were talking about phobias, like, years ago, it
yeah.
seems like, I just love that because I have so many.
Which one of your phobias, honey?
The flashlight. I called you guys about the flashlight when I was like, I'm totally petrified of using a flashlight in the dark.
It gets like a scary look for you to see the flashlight out there?
Yeah, because I feel like I'm going to turn the flashlight at the last second and there's going to be a...
You know what made the flashlight scary is the movie E.T. That's the first time they ever used that, like, solid beam of light, and whenever it was going across anything, it just looked really scary to me.
Much later on, that Blair Witch Project didn't help anything, where the girl just had it up to her chin, had snot rolling down her face.
Hey, Fezzy, why don't you have short hair? It looks so much better on you.
You know what? I haven't looked at what Fred's done to me, but I've been getting compliments all through the room and anyone that's passed through the studio.
You look like Lou Reed, Transformer album, my friend.
Finally.
He looks like Harrison Ford in Blade Runner.
Satellite of love, bum, bum, bum. All right, honey, I'm sorry you have such crazy phobias.
Yeah, but, you know, Fez does too, so we have something in common.
Fez, yours are pretty much under control now, though, right?
Yeah, I do my best. Like my flying phobia, that's pretty good. Bridge phobia, that's flaring up. Other things like I quit dreaming about rats, so that's good.
Oh, that's great. I love you guys.
All right, thank you very much, honey.
Okay, bye.
You know what? Now that you're getting your hair cut, I used to have this. I guess it was more of an OCD when I was a little kid, but it was a kind of a panic thing. I used to constantly, when I was getting my hair cut at the barber, check in my pocket for the money. Because I always thought to myself, once the service is complete, the worst possible thing is that I would have no money for the barber. And I'd always be like, got it. And I would check back, oh, got it. Check back again, oh, got it. And I was just terrified that once I would not have any money for them.
That's always like a contagious human reaction, too. If you see someone, whether it's even on TV or not, like not have their wallet or look for it, or you see someone else at work not find their keys.
Well, they've turned the wallet into a nightmare now to get your stuff back since 9/11. It's not easy to go get a license all over again. You've got to show up with a birth certificate, mailed to your house. You've got to have your bank statements. You've got to have like 10 or 12 things to prove that you're you if you don't have the picture ID anymore.
When I got my last driver's license, no lie, going through the list and trying to find things that are on the list that I had, I had to take in college transcripts as one of my items of ID.
Why?
Because there was a lot of stuff on the list I just didn't have.
You know what you should do is just get a passport. Because that's like a federal thing. You can hold on to it, and, that means you just do it once, and, you're stuck with it. It's not easy to get if you lose a license anymore.
I lost my license, and I had to take in a water bill because it's the only thing that validates your address.
Right.
Yeah, I had to take in a cable bill.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass anymore. It's just a nightmare.
Isn't the bill thing weird, though? Because when you still get other people's mail and stuff.
Right, that is true. Like, if you move into an apartment, you're always getting the last guy's mail for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah, the first time I tried and I didn't have all the proper ID, the lady at the DMV, or the license place, whatever you call it, she told me, mail a letter to yourself so that you have something addressed to you at your new address. So and you couldn't just write your name and address on an envelope. It had to go through the system and be postmarked so I could show it.
It's crap. And is it all post 9/11, right?
Yeah.
They're so worried about a terrorist getting your license.
Yeah, and I was like showing all my stuff. I have like this folder of stuff that I'm showing to the guy before I even get up to the desk to say what I want.
But I do now, too, which irritated me, and I've actually been through this twice since I lost my license 2 times in the past year. Once because of my wallet, and once it just fell out of my wallet one night when I was out.
Right.
But they'll ask you for, like, the stuff you need with an attitude as if you probably don't have it. Like, it happened to me both times there. It's like, do you have the 2 forms of, like, whatever with you? But, like, they're saying it in a way like, I bet you didn't bring the stuff you were supposed to bring or whatever.
You know what I said to him? I go, call your mother. She knows me pretty good. Because I took her around the world. Bang!
I left my passport on her nightstand.
Yeah, exactly. She remembers me. I ran it through her butt cheeks. That's where I remember losing it. It drives me crazy.
I made the mistake of taking in a photocopy of my birth certificate. I didn't have the original.
I went just the opposite. I had the real birth certificate, but not like the photocopy of the hospital one. And they wouldn't take it.
Yeah, they wouldn't take mine either. This is the photocopy. Get out.
I had to go get a photocopy. Isn't that weird? I mean, you and I did the exact opposite thing, and they sent us back.
And neither one was right. And I had my folder full of stuff, and I was showing it to the guy, and I go, please tell me I have everything I need now. And he says to me, he goes, yeah, good thing you're here now. After January 1st, it's going to be a lot harder. And I couldn't imagine it.
Oh, you're still doing him?
Yeah, I got Clipper.
I'm not going to get it if you don't. You got to get all your head done there, or I'm going to be completely out of this.
Well, this is the hard part because now it's neck shaving time.
Good. Anything it takes. I don't want to, find I'm at the end of the show and I don't have anything done.
Oh, it's not his fault. I'm waiting for the cord thing to get.
Oh, why don't we start with me next time? Because here's another OCD. I'm not going to get my hair cut tonight, and I'm going to sit here looking like an animal.
You've got 50 minutes left.
Yeah, I don't count at all. I know you. You get into a conversation about something.
I cut yours faster because you move less than Fez does.
Why are you moving around like a little kid, Fezzy?
He always moves, but that's just him. I don't,
That's just the grandeur of me.
Stop it.
His fidgets.
That's the way you don't get to me all the time. People were asking, Fez, are you off the Klonopin completely now?
I just went off of it last night. I didn't take it at all.
You taking yourself off it, though?
Yeah, I think so. Or at least maybe like cutting the pill in half or something.
Yeah.
Just to see what that does. Now I'm just experimenting.
Can you just quit it? No repercussions?
Not 3 days, I don't think. I mean, you could do heroin for 3 days and not have a problem.
True.
Yeah. But, I mean, true.
I did it 3 days straight.
Yeah, well, that don't make you a bad person.
No.
That's a disease. What you had was a disease.
Yeah,
I knew Bobo back in the junkie days.
Alphabet City, me and you.
What did your hair look like?
Like scroungy hippie when I had hair. Parted down the middle, shoulder length.
Bring pictures of you with hair, because I've only known you as a bald man.
Okay. It kind of bums me out, but I'll do it for you.
Yeah, do it for me. And then I want you to do some kind of a cutout thing and put your bald head over your old body so I can laugh at you. You need to get into him?
I'm waiting for. I've had power failure over here.
I know I'm not going to get mine done.
Yes, you are.
I know. I have the biggest feeling it's not going to happen for me tonight.
It'll happen.
In the meantime, Chapin and Bates haven't moved all night. They haven't had to deal with a single thing.
And we know it's a Fred night. You know, things should be all set up.
Thank
That
you,
looks
Fez.
great.
I
don't want to look until my neck is done.
I think it looks fantastic.
It looks so much like fuller and.
Yeah.
No, I always wanted to do it
It
like
is a
that.
cool
Yeah,
haircut.
it's a great haircut for you, Fez. I don't know why you go with the big bushy thing all this time. This is your hair. It's younger, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
it's younger.
It's suave, too. He looks suave.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know who you look like? Robbie Williams. Well,
That's nice.
just the hair.
Don't start ripping your flesh off and throwing it around the room.
Yee.
I just want to rock, DJ. Yeah, only the hair, not the rest of you. My God, no. You look like Anson Williams, the rest of you. But the hair, definite Robbie Williams.
Well, thank you, Fred.
All right, let's see if this is gonna work.
Yeah.
There
you
we go,
Fred
finally.
has power. Go ahead.
Be really loud for you.
No, don't worry
just
about
take
it.
the weed eater to the neck.
Yeah.
Get it over with.
The weed eater.
Because right now it looks like I have a mullet, but it's stuck to my neck bone.
Oh, no, let's not even worry about that. Hey, Dubs, Hefe went out tonight?
Yeah, he was at the Hooters over in Fairfax.
He could do call-ins to our show if he got things to do.
Oh, all right.
I had to hear about it from Sid like an animal. Like I'm outside and Sid's going, oh, no, she's not my girlfriend. I met her on the Hideout. So one of the Hideout chicks is in there that Hefe was hanging out. And I thought maybe, finally, Sid got himself a girl. No use to it. Hey, Sidney, come on in here.
That would be the one thing that went right this month for him.
Yeah, well, I don't see it. Sid, I believe, was taken to see a doctor. What are the changes you made since your DUI arrest, Sid?
Well, I've been looking for a job.
Still haven't found it?
No, I've had several interviews, just waiting on callbacks. Also, I went to the psychiatrist and the therapist today, got on new medication.
Now, do they think you're a crazy alcoholic?
No, they actually don't think I'm that big of an alcoholic.
Yeah, I didn't think you were either, but you just have one crazy binge night.
Right.
What they say about your new drugs?
I was on Wellbutrin when I struggled with depression before.
Uh-huh.
Now they've changed it to a different class of antidepressant.
See, one of the things is you can't drink on this stuff, Sid.
Yeah.
And you're doing shots. So that might have been one of the reasons why you blacked out.
Well, no, I wasn't on the medication while I was drinking. I haven't been on Wellbutrin in 2 years.
God forbid I tried to help you out of this thing and come up with something you could tell the judge.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were waving to me. What happened to your interview today? The guys wanted me to ask you about it.
I wasn't able to go to my interview today. I rescheduled it for Friday.
With what kind of a place?
Cox Communication.
Nice. What are you going to do? Installations?
No, I like help desk, customer service.
Ah.
Well, that's nice. You'll be handing out the boxes and stuff.
All right, say, hi, my name is Sid. Welcome to Cox.
Hi, my name is Sid. Welcome to Cox.
It's like he doesn't even know what he's talking about. All right, Sid, and are you living home again?
No, not till I get a job. I'm staying at my friend's house.
How's that all going?
Okay, except for I had him set 2 alarms this morning to get me up at 7:45 to go to this interview.
Right.
Didn't get me up till 8:30, which is why I had to reschedule.
All right, so
you missed the interview.
No, I called.
Here's what I don't understand. It's these people who gave you a place to live fault. You don't wake yourself up?
I don't have an alarm clock there.
Nobody can call you? Why would you hassle the people whose house you're already living in?
It's my best friend, so I don't feel like it's hassling.
Okay. And his parents?
His grandparents.
Yeah, it's hassling.
You're never going to get back into your own house. I just see that coming.
Are they feeding you?
Yeah, they are.
And what are you paying them?
Nothing.
Will you ever pay them something?
Yes, as soon as I get a job.
You're a liar.
That's got to be like Gulliver's Travels and the Lilliputians trying to feed you.
What happens when you try to wake up? Why does it take 2 alarms to wake up?
No,
it's a 2-alarm breakfast is what he's having.
Like
one
chili?
for each half.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Sid, tell these guys you don't wake up in parts, do you?
I actually...
Sid, oh, jeez, I know it.
Which half stirs first? Because you could be in trouble that way.
Well, you're awful tough, Fezzy, when Tommy Bateman's not around. Now, Sid, what else are you doing to improve your situation?
I sold my car, so I owe $800 a month.
What'd you sell for?
$800.
How much?
$8,500.
$8,500, so you're paying 1/10 of what the car's worth every month. Doesn't make much sense, Sid. Doesn't make much sense.
Plus insurance.
Yeah, it sounds to me like you got this thing from my bookie. That's where you're paying a huge vig over top of this.
Now, what were some of the other jobs that you applied for? You don't have to say the businesses, just what kind of jobs?
Like assistant manager in retail. Different retail stores up at the Springfield Mall.
And you feel like you're ready for the assistant manager place?
Yeah, I think I've had so many retail jobs that I'm ready for an assistant manager position.
Nice.
So you want to be management, and do you put on your resume what's been going on with your career so far?
No. I just put on the jobs where I'm still friends with my old bosses, and they'll give me a good...
That bookstore lady loves you.
Yeah.
Faye, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Go ahead, Faye.
Yeah. Hello. Am I through?
Yes, you're through, Faye.
You're on the telly.
I'm on the telly.
Go ahead.
Okay. I just rang up to say that I heard them talking about driver's license and how they had to get all this documents out and everything and about the foreigners. Well, I was ringing up to say, how a foreigner, you need to get your checkbook out to write more checks out.
Why? How difficult is it for you to get a driver's license here, Faye?
Oh, it's impossible to get a driver's license as someone from not this country.
Uh-huh.
But also, you have to pay a lot more just to be here.
I can't hear too good. Thank you, Faye.
Well, that's because she's on the wrong side of the road. And she's not going to pass any driver's test here.
And don't forget, we know what the English did on 9/11. You took down the towers, you hit the Pentagon. We know exactly what the English did that day.
So, of course, it's going to be a little bit tougher.
You got to talk into this thing. That's what you got to do.
I'm sorry.
Get my haircut.
I'm sorry. I thought I was doing something else.
What did you think you were doing?
I didn't know if I was supposed to go to the phone or not.
Yeah, but you can, but you still have to be able to keep this while I'm getting my haircut. Bobo's here.
Hi. That was a radio do-si-do for those of you who can't see. You changed places.
A week from tomorrow night, we are going to be at Dave and Buster's. That's at the White Flint Mall in Bethesda, Maryland.
Dave and Buster's, that's where all the fun is. Playing that football contest. We got some people are going to be able to get hypnotized that night. And Fezzy will be doing the billiards tournament.
That's right. It's our second annual pool party. Winner of that picks up airfare for two anywhere Independence Air flies. And Crazy Jen will be doing one of her stunts there. I don't know if we ever decided what that was.
We're going to meet with Jag on Friday and put together the whole show. Whole shebang. Is Jag going to run some music for us?
Yeah, we're talking to him about that, seeing what kind of equipment he has, and so we'll hook something up.
Beauty.
And J-Dubs, I thought you were going to do a breakdancing number.
Oh, yeah, the worm.
Are you going to do the worm like the old days?
I was real high on those energy drinks that night. I might need to do a bunch of those before I do it again.
Sure.
That was the first time I ever did the worm.
Is that right?
Yeah, I've never even...
Well, you can pop. Don't kid yourself. You can pop. Hey, Fez, the new TV guide is out, and they call the funniest man in television Dave Chappelle.
Now, that is a show I have not seen.
Never saw it, even though I've seen Dave Chappelle around for years. And apparently this is the first time he's ever really gotten big heat after all these years. And people seem to love the show. Do you watch it, Dubs?
I haven't watched this season yet, but I watched all of the first season. And
is it that funny?
Oh, it's hilarious.
All right, funnier than Ali G?
I haven't watched Ali G all the way through yet, but, I've seen parts of that. And I would say it's right around even.
All right, there you go. It's neck and neck.
And now I guess the story this week is Dave Chappelle signed some $50 million deal to re-sign with Comedy Central.
$50 million. Where's Comedy Central getting $50 million?
That's what I didn't understand, where that would come up with. But I've seen $50 million going across the screen crawls.
Over what, 60 years? I'm shocked. I mean, a $50 million deal would be big for network TV. That would still be a big deal.
Yeah, I don't even, on Comedy Central, I don't even think the South Park guys got that when they re-signed.
Do you think that includes the DVD sales, too?
DVDs as well? I don't know.
I don't know if that even equal that.
I mean, I would wait and say, here, you get a portion. I can't imagine them getting $50 million, though.
It just seemed like a crazy amount of money for a cable show.
You ever notice that Comedy Central, though, is almost always, for a couple of years, dependent on one show? Like they count, South Park kind of saved them for a while.
Well, you can say that about almost every network. Every network is lucky to have one big show that they build everything around, particularly on the cable.
Like with Fox, they started out with The Simpsons, and just kind of ran with that. And still are, I guess. Of course, they got The Simple Life now, so.
American Idol is their big show now. American Idol is what they build everything around.
And they're trying to get all the football, too.
I don't know about that, though. I mean, I don't know if that works for anything else. Like, I don't know if... I guess it's good to advertise the rest of your programming on, but I don't know if you can build your network around football like they used to back in, like, the 50s.
Even on ABC Monday Night Football, that should be like... You would think that would be the big night that ABC always wins. Like, that would be hands down. And Monday Night Football just doesn't do that well.
Has it always been like that, where...
No. Back when Monday Night Football was new, throughout, let's say, the 70s, early 80s, the entire country used to stop watching Monday Night Football. It used to be the #1 program of the week. The problem is this, J-Dubs. It's the way they've ruined the league, where a team can win the division and been 8-8. It used to be, if you watch Monday Night Football, you were watching a major team. And it used to be the old Oakland Raiders, the old Cowboys, week after week. Only the best teams would get on Monday Night Football. Now you can turn it on the end of the season, see a 3-10 team playing a 4-9 team. You're like, what the hell am I watching? There's no sense of putting this on.
Yeah, that's why they tried to do that thing where at the end of the season, can Monday Night Football pick the game they want from that week?
But that's what they suddenly are happy that everybody in football has the same record. And it's why nobody gets that excited on a national level over football anymore. There's no reason to watch any teams other than the one that's your home game because they have the same record.
And it can be, even if there's good teams, there's like any team can blow that team out. It's rarely competitive on Monday night anymore. And it just seems like dumb luck on their part. But rarely do you get a close game.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing we talked about earlier.
And it also goes till 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Hey, John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
What can we do for you?
Hey, nothing. You're talking about Monday Night Football a little bit, and I just had an idea. Back when I was a kid, I used to stay up for the halftime. That Howard Cosell used to run the halftime.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, people that live like all over the country, say you had your favorite team was the Rams, but you lived, on the East Coast. You'd never get a chance to see your team.
Right, because you didn't have ESPN then.
Right.
So the real thing of Cosell doing the halftime show was what kind of Sports Center does every hour on the hour. So everybody waited for that halftime show with Howard Cosell because it was your chance to see the whole thing in action.
So you would get the entire highlight reel then instead of, because on Sunday I guess you would just end up getting scores. 866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number. Now, I didn't know, is there any sort of rule changes this year going into the pro football?
Not that I've heard of. Let's take a break here. We'll be back in just a few moments. You're listening to the Ron and Fez Show.